A storm is brewing, and its origins might shock you, because what's unfolding in Washington isn't just politics. It's a chilling blueprint for war, driven by a media machine. Today we're exposing the terrifying truth behind the headlines. How the most powerful voice in American media is pushing for a direct military confrontation with Iran, and how one man's insatiable appetite for cable news is dragging us closer to the brink. This isn't a drill, it's a full-blown crisis, a betrayal of peace disguised as patriotism. We'll unmask the architects of this potential catastrophe and reveal the shocking extent of their influence. If you believe the truth matters, if you're tired of the lies, hit that like button and subscribe now. Because the real story needs to be heard, and we're here to break it down, no holds barred. At the heart of this escalating tension is a disturbing revelation. President Donald Trump's foreign policy decisions are being heavily influenced by bellicose, pro-war content on Fox News. Specifically, the network's relentless anti-Iran coverage and footage of Israeli airstrikes are fueling Trump's desire for direct military action. This marks a significant shift from his previous stance favoring diplomacy, raising critical questions. Is the President of the United States outsourcing his foreign policy to cable news pundits? What does this mean for the stability of the Middle East and global peace? The implications are staggering, as a potential new war looms, driven not by strategic analysis, but by televised rhetoric. This isn't just about policy, it's about the dangerous feedback loop between media and power, where hawkish narratives become presidential directives. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the path we're on is fraught with peril. The narrative of Trump's shifting stance on Iran is not mere speculation. It's corroborated by multiple sources within his administration. Initially, Trump privately expressed skepticism about Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's attempts to draw the U.S. into a hot war. However, a dramatic pivot occurred as Trump became increasingly captivated by Fox News' militant anti-Iran coverage. According to a close associate, Trump has marveled at the awe-inspiring ferocity of Israeli operations shown on the network, privately expressing optimism about military campaigns against Tehran. This newfound hawkishness directly contradicts his self-portrayal as a peacemaker president, a stark departure from interventionist Republicans like George W. Bush. The White House, through spokesperson Anna Kelly, has dismissed these claims as a dumb and fake story, asserting that Trump takes feedback from experts across the administration and makes decisions based on American safety. Yet the evidence suggests a different reality. Fox News has become a direct conduit for pro-war advocates to influence the president. Senator Lindsey Graham, a vocal proponent of U.S. involvement, has repeatedly appeared on the network, directly addressing Trump. Be all in, President Trump, in helping Israel eliminate the nuclear threat. If we need to provide bombs, do that. If we need to fly planes with Israel, do joint operations. Graham even expressed confidence on America reports that Trump understands the threat and will at the end of the day help Israel finish the job, potentially requiring weapons that Israel doesn't possess and maybe joint military operations. Adding to this alarming picture, the New York Times reported that after consuming Fox News' coverage of Israel's tactical military genius, Trump began suggesting to reporters his own role in orchestrating the strikes and privately leaned towards more direct U.S. involvement. Furthermore, Trump has reportedly spoke glowingly to advisors about Fox segments showing how network stars are supporting his policies of supposed strength and military might, while simultaneously criticizing allies who question his openness to war. This pattern of influence is not new. During his first presidency, pro-war advocates strategically booked themselves on Fox, knowing Trump's viewing habits, to directly urge him to bomb Syria. The network's historical role in cheerleading the Iraq War under George W. Bush underscores its consistent, reflexive hawkishness. The elevation of Fox News personalities such as Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro, a known Middle East war hawk, to senior government positions, further solidifies this disturbing trend. The drumbeat of war continues, with figures like Mark Levin using his platform to demand unquestioning patriotic support for military action, even dismissing the War Powers Act as unconstitutional. Brett Velikovich, a former Delta Force intelligence analyst, echoed this sentiment on Fox, advocating to bomb Iran back to the negotiation table, claiming this region only understands power. Even Fox and Friends host Lawrence Jones absurdly claimed a conflict with Iran would be over within 2 days, while the network aired computer-generated simulations of bunker buster bombs. This is the dangerous narrative being fed to a notoriously impressionable president, pushing the nation towards a potentially catastrophic conflict. So here we are, folks, witnessing a geopolitical reality show where the President of the United States is apparently taking his cues from a cable news channel. It's less commander-in-chief and more viewer-in-chief, glued to the screen, absorbing the latest expert opinions that conveniently align with a pro-war agenda. Remember when Trump campaigned as the anti-interventionist? The guy who'd end the forever wars? Turns out that was just a limited-time offer, valid only until Fox News started playing its greatest hits of military might and regime change anthems. It's like watching a sequel no one asked for, Iraq War, the remix, starring the same old hawkish band, but this time with a reality TV star at the helm. The sheer audacity of Senator Lindsey Graham, looking directly into the camera, practically whispering sweet nothings of all-in war into Trump's ear, is a masterclass in political puppetry. It's not about national interest. It's about a direct line to the Oval Office, bypassing pesky things like diplomacy or congressional approval. And let's not forget the irony. The same network that once championed fair and balanced is now a megaphone for bomb them, and then bomb them again. It's a propaganda machine so effective, it makes the old Soviet state TV look like a PBS documentary. The White House's denial? Dumb and fake story. Right, because a president who tweets at 3 a.m. about ratings and fake news is definitely not influenced by the very network he watches religiously. It's the political equivalent of saying, "I don't have a problem," while chugging a gallon of Red Bull. The experts they're listening to are the ones who scream the loudest on prime time, not the ones with actual strategic foresight. It's a Fox News cinematic universe where every segment is a trailer for the next military blockbuster, and the president is just the biggest fan, ready to greenlight the next explosion. And the best part? The sheer hypocrisy. The same people who decry deep state conspiracies are perfectly fine with a media network essentially dictating foreign policy. It's not a deep state, it's a loud state, amplified by a president who prefers the comfort of a TV studio to the complexities of international relations. This isn't about protecting America. It's about protecting a narrative, a brand, and an ego. The casualties? Potentially thousands of lives, global stability, and whatever shred of democratic process we have left. But hey, at least the ratings are good, right? It's a tragic comedy, a Shakespearean drama directed by a reality TV producer, and we're all unwilling extras in this terrifying spectacle. The only question is, how many acts until the curtain falls, and at what cost? The potential consequences of this escalating rhetoric and the president's susceptibility to media influence are dire and far-reaching. A direct military confrontation with Iran, fueled by the narratives on Fox News, risks plunging the United States into another hugely devastating war in the Middle East. As HuffPost correspondent Akbar Shahid Ahmed warns, we're at a moment of immense danger. This isn't just a regional conflict, it's a global powder keg with unpredictable outcomes. Economically, a war with Iran would send shockwaves through international markets. Oil prices, already volatile, would likely skyrocket, impacting everything from transportation costs to consumer goods. Global supply chains, still recovering from recent disruptions, would face unprecedented strain. The U.S. economy, already grappling with inflation and other challenges, could be pushed into a severe recession, leading to widespread job losses and financial instability. Geopolitically, a U.S.-Iran war would further destabilize an already fragile Middle East. It could ignite broader regional conflicts, drawing in other nations and potentially leading to a humanitarian crisis of immense proportions. The U.S.'s diplomatic standing on the global stage would be severely undermined, alienating allies who advocate for peaceful resolutions and empowering adversaries. The long-term strategic picture, as many experts point out, does not suggest a better outcome, but rather unpredictable chaos and violence. Furthermore, this situation highlights a critical erosion of democratic processes. When foreign policy decisions are influenced by cable news rather than comprehensive intelligence and expert consensus, it bypasses the checks and balances designed to prevent reckless military engagements. The push for regime change in Iran, despite its historical failures in Iraq and Libya, reflects a magical thinking among some policymakers that ignores the devastating human and geopolitical costs. The lack of bipartisan support for challenging executive authority on war powers, as noted by Senator Elizabeth Warren, indicates a dangerous trend where political loyalty trumps constitutional duty. The human cost, of course, would be immeasurable. Lives lost, both American and Iranian, would be the most tragic consequence. The long-term psychological and social impact on veterans and their families, as well as on the affected populations in the region, would be profound. This isn't a theoretical exercise. It's a potential reality with catastrophic implications for generations to come. The question remains, will the nation heed the warnings before it's too late? In summary, the alarming confluence of media influence and presidential decision-making is pushing the U.S. dangerously close to a war with Iran. This isn't just a political debate, it's a battle for the future of American foreign policy and potentially global stability. The stakes are too high to remain silent. Now we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Fox News' influence on President Trump's foreign policy? Do you believe the U.S. is being swayed into a needless conflict? Share your opinions and concerns in the comments below. Let's keep this crucial conversation going. If you found this breakdown insightful, if it sparked a realization, or if you simply believe in holding power accountable, please smash that like button. Your engagement helps us cut through the noise and reach more people with critical information. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss our in-depth analyses and urgent updates. Together, we can demand transparency and accountability. Stay informed, stay engaged, and stay vigilant. We'll see you in the next one.